hit the road. Welcome to the adventure. This week we are going down to Key Largo, Florida, part of the Keys. If I remember, I'll put up a little picture of it. I've never been to the Keys specifically down in Florida. I've been all over Florida with truck driving, but I've never specifically gone down to the Keys. It's a super easy drive. It's 75 the entire way, all the way down to Florida, and then you get on the turnpike and you follow the turnpike all the way down to 1. It's outrageously simple. But yeah, I'm really excited to go. Hopefully it's better weather than up north. That's kind of where I've been running constantly, and it has been freezing temperatures. I haven't really made a lot of videos on that. With what I haul, not a lot of people want you to be recording on their lots, so I'm gonna record as much as I can, but it might just be the driving aspect of it, telling stories, stuff like that. I'm gonna finally go around this dude. He's taking too long. But yeah, it's pretty much just gonna be a straight shot through Tennessee, Georgia, and then into Florida, and then all the way down to the bottom of Florida. So it won't be too exciting with a bunch of curves or whatnot, but there are some really pretty sights in Florida, especially near going on the turnpike and the Keys and stuff like that. There's quite a bit to see, and I'm glad that y'all are along for the ride. But I will catch up with you when something exciting happens. Oh man, how I love me some good old Atlanta traffic. It is so hot in here. That's probably terrible for the audio. It's just a bunch of cars going by. It is stupidly hot over here. I guess it also doesn't help that I'm wearing like 3 layers, because where I came from was like 20 degrees. About 4 cars have cut me off so far. That dude, that Walk Air truck, and then 2 more cars in front of him. It's just cut off Central constantly in Atlanta. A lot of people complain about Atlanta, but it's really not the worst. I mean, it's definitely not fun by any means, but it's not horrible. Like last week, I was in Houston, Texas. I was about to blow my horn at her. I was in Houston, Texas. That was horrible. I did not enjoy Houston whatsoever. No hate to anybody that lives in Houston. There's just so many people there that it makes it very hard to get around. And also Houston is just full of construction. Just construction everywhere. As far as the eye can see, it is construction. Texas, very beautiful though. I haven't been to very many places in Texas, but oh my goodness. You people. Ah, that explains it. Yeah, it crashed 0.5 miles ahead. Come on, little guppy. Oh no, GSP.
Half a mile. Keep left to stay on ice.
Yeah. I'm not following that. I use Google Maps, but Google Maps can get you in trouble very quickly. I always rely on looking at the actual route and knowing, man, it's been forever since I've been down here. I haven't been to Atlanta in like over a year. Oh, fun. Yeah, and then this merges, doesn't it? And I bet nobody's gonna let the big truck over. Except for another big truck. Hey, it's a beautiful day. Better slow it on down here. A lot of people have been cool with me recording though. It's just, I gotta set this up, you know, I gotta throw it on my head, and then depending on how the boats are set up and stuff like that, then it gets more in the way than anything else, because I gotta lift up steel and I gotta crawl under the boats and climb on top of them to unhook the ratchets and all that stuff. So sometimes it's more of a hassle to throw this on my head than it is to just get the job done and head out. But we shall see. I think this load is set up pretty good, and it's only going to one place. All three of them are. So I only have to make one stop in Florida and then back home. I'm now on the bypass, and Atlantic traffic is filtering out. It's not like downtown Atlanta. I used to actually run out of East Point, Atlanta for a little bit, doing electrical poles. And that was a lot of fun. Got to work a bunch of hurricanes and stuff like that. Sorry about that, guys. I'm probably just gonna end up cutting that because the diesel nozzle just kept shutting off on me. And it was very annoying, to say the least. But what do you do? Sometimes that's just how it is. But we're gonna keep on rolling. Got fuel, got def. He's turning. Looks like he's going straight. So we're gonna get on out of here. Got about another 2-hour drive. Oh, welcome to Florida. I'm sorry if you can't really see anything or how this is gonna come out when I actually render it. So I'm finally settled in. I got parked. I wish I could have recorded it, but there was like multiple trucks around me, and I had to do a bunch of maneuvers kind of quickly, so I didn't really have time to pull out my camera or anything like that to get backup shots or anything like that. Just kind of is what it is. Excuse the mess. It's all work stuff, changing wipers and all that stuff, but I am parked outside of Florida. I'll be at my delivery at about 1 p.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna call them whenever I get onto Florida's Turnpike. I've already got it all mapped out there. Let's see. Yeah, I got it all mapped out already. And I've got a good 2-hour drive ahead of me in the morning, and then I'm gonna stop and call them, and then just continue on, get unloaded, and hopefully be shooting back to the depot tomorrow afternoon. I think I'll call it a night for tonight. Later. Oh, good morning. This is day 2 of the trip down to Key Largo. You haven't really missed much. My GoPro died last night, and like while I was asleep. The GoPro battery in the Hero 7 white that I'm using, it doesn't last very long at all, and it's not like my GoPro Hero. I think this is an 11 Black series. This thing will last for like an entire day of recording. I've got it recording now to get a cool time lapse of the entire turnpike. But yeah, you guys haven't really missed much. I just did my pre-trip. I would have recorded it, but I had to wait for this to charge, and then I just had to take off. I couldn't really wait around for it to get to a proper recording level. But yep, kind of just smooth sailing all day. It's like 5 hours on the turnpike, something like that. So I'm just going straight. But other than that, it's a beautiful day in Florida. It's 38 degrees, so it's not super cold. Not compared to up north. I was talking with another driver, and he got back from, I think it was Nebraska not too long ago, and it was like negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but I can do the conversion, put it up on the screen, edit it in. I don't know Celsius like that. I can't do it off the top of my head. I think it's like 32 Celsius is like 0 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. It might be the opposite, but it's all based on what water does, whether water is frozen or not. But anyways, I guess guess I'll fill you guys back in, you know, when something happens. Oh. I made it. Does this one have one? It does. I'm just cutting zip ties so I don't gotta cut them in the morning. Oh, cut the thing straight off of that. That's cool. I'm gonna leave these because I don't really have a good place to put them other than the wheel well. Sometimes I get lucky and they're not there, sometimes I don't. But like stuff like that, it doesn't matter. Yeah, like that's fine. I don't have to cut that. Cool. Looks good. These are all air inflators, but I want to make sure. I will check that out in the morning whenever the boats are off. And all my tires still look pretty good. Yep, looks like it. And for these, for your drive tires, which are these bad boys, I like to do just the hit method because it doesn't. It's not like it doesn't matter, but it's not the same as your steer tires, which are these. Because you only have 2 of these. What is that? 120? 120 something. Yep, just above 120. Cool. Looks good, looks good. All right. Let's double check my trailer, make sure I didn't forget nothing on it. Yep, looks pretty good. All right. Let's go back in there and shut her down for the night. Well, good morning. It's about 10:30 in the morning. I asked him, he said he didn't want to be recorded, which I have to respect, you know. Key Largo, really, really pretty. Horrible for trucks. Horrible for trucks. Not made for us. Like, they've got a bunch of U-turn spots, but they don't have a lot of gaps in them to turn, so it makes it very difficult. But really, really pretty. It's about 80 degrees here, which back home it's probably in like the 30s or 40s. My dad was telling me that it snowed the other day. Yeah. A lot of people biking, a lot of people taking their time, taking turns. They had Interstate 1 shut down last night. I wish I could have recorded it. It was very hypnotic just seeing a bunch of like evergreens on both sides at night. But now we start the long journey all the way back home, about 13 hours. I'm definitely not gonna make it today. I mean, even if I had a full clock, I wouldn't be able to make it. Speeding like you wouldn't believe. I keep thinking that this is like a 50, but it's a 45. Gotta slow it on down. But I wouldn't mind getting sent back here. It was a pretty easy drive, all things considered. Pretty much a straight shot down. And the hardest part about this entire trip was trying to find a place to turn a 53-foot trailer with cab. Trying to find a place to turn around at. That's been the hardest part. I sat at my customer for a hot minute. I was like, where do trucks usually turn around? And he was like, go to the second light. You can turn into like a depot. And I was looking on Google Maps for a good 30 minutes. And I could not find what lights he was talking about. Because usually it's just like this, you know, where it's just a turnaround, no light. And, but you gotta have space to do the turnaround, plus dip down into whatever. So say like this is a turnaround, I would have to hug the outside of the turnaround, dip down into like this bike path, and then continue, you know, and then continue around. But there's just not really a place to do that, and with a constant flow of traffic, because it takes me a hot minute to get fully turned around and start going. Though I would love to do a mile one journey. There's also so many tolls. Like I think Google Maps added it up, and it was like $20 worth of like 89-cent tolls. Bit ridiculous, but what do you do? I'm so excited to get my bike ready for bike season and go out ride with some friends, go explore some new places. Right, I change my oil and change my coolant probably right when weather gets a little bit warmer. It's been terribly cold. But I'm gonna stop yapping, and I'm gonna turn on this GoPro and get some time-lapse footage. morning. Currently it is 3:50 in the morning, almost 4 a.m. I gotta finish my drive. I've got about a 7.5 hour drive this morning, so not too terribly long, and it's pretty straightforward. It's just straight through Atlanta, but I wanted to start the day off with a Bible verse. This comes from Lamentations 3:21 through, let's do through 27. It says, "Yet this I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his passions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. I say to myself, the Lord is my portion, therefore I will wait for him. The Lord is good to those who have hope in him, to the one who seeks him. It is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord." I don't know who needed to hear that today, but I hope that it gives somebody a little bit of hope. I don't want to push my religion on anybody per se, but trusting in God and trusting in Jesus it's, for me personally, and for a lot of people for that matter, it's the thing that gets us through every single day. I struggled with a lot growing up, but my grandma always relied on Jesus, and she passed that down to me, and I'm stuffed up. I'm not I'm not getting emotional. Then I also just woke up, but if you're on the fence, give it a shot. He loves you and he just wants a relationship with you. But I'm not gonna push that on anybody. I try and read the Bible as much as I possibly can, and I wanna, through this series of out on the road trucking, where it's kind of just me and my thoughts and just kind of what I think. I really want to start doing like a verse of the day, while I'm out on the road, or like a verse every video or whatever. But I'm gonna stop rambling and get the show on the road.